I'm Dylan, and this is the Blindsided Perspective Podcast, where blind and sighted perspectives are given on a number of topics, with my friend Jared as a co-host in a casual style. My life since I went blind at 22. I will tell you about it. Welcome back to the Blindsided Perspective Podcast. I'm Dylan.
And I am Jared.
And this is episode 3. So in this episode, we're going to be going over a few things, but I do want to say one thing is, like I said, episode 0 and 1 are going to be low in volume, and just to, reiterate that it is fixed, the volume will be louder, and also for people that want to know, but then again, anyone's going to probably find this on iTunes, so I guess it doesn't matter, but we're trying to get on iTunes first, but yeah. But anyways, so how you doing, Jared?
I'm doing good, and yourself, Dylan?
I'm doing pretty good, this winter weather in fall,
It's my favorite time of the year.
Well, we kind of skipped fall because, most of fall was like in the 40s, and then it went even lower. So we didn't even really get a fall. Kind of like how we didn't get a spring.
Yeah, last year it was like that too. It was going from the summer to the winter. And there was like a week of perfection, and then it went ridiculous cold. And it stayed that way.
Yeah,
It looks like that's how it's starting to go again.
I think that we're going to have a bad winter this year. I think we're due, and I just kind of have this feeling that we're going to have a bad winter. So
yeah, I hear there's supposed to be a lot of snow this year, in the Farmer's Almanac is what it says.
I don't know. It's just my feeling and intuition on it. But so as with, all our podcasts, we're going to move into the segment of today. Well, the first segment, which is the Blindsided Stories. And I've wrestled with it, and I'm just going to explain it every episode, but I'm going to try to be brief about each segment. So this is a segment where we talk about a story that has to do with me being blind, or a sighted story, or a story with me and Jared, or a story Jared might have, and that is the Blindsided Stories. So in today's story, I don't exactly remember when this was or how old we were, but I don't know if you do, Jared, but this is a time when I actually skateboarded, and because of that, I was teaching Jared how to skateboard. Do you remember when this was?
I want to say we were probably the ages of 14.
Yeah.
I want to think.
Yeah, maybe 14 or 15.
Oh, but I remember it pretty good.
Yeah, so Jared was over at my house hanging out, and
this wasn't just one day either. It was over a course of time.
Yeah, but for some reason, I was just a jerk to Jared back in the day, and I don't know why. I guess I was just a jerk when I was younger. But, well, he had it coming on some of those aspects. But basically, I don't know if he asked me or what, but I ended up teaching him how to skateboard.
When we were in junior high, it was like the thing to do. Everyone was skateboarding, You got people who could skate on the board, and then you got people who could do tricks, and Dylan could do tricks. So, and I wasn't into that fleeing. That's why I was trying to learn how to do it.
I wasn't, super amazing, but I could do, I don't know. I don't remember what tricks I could do at the time, but I probably could at least do a kickflip. But he asked me, and I don't know why. I don't remember how it even devolved to this, but I was teaching him. This is just one part of it. One of the times is I was teaching him it, and he accidentally made the skateboard hit me in the leg, and then I was really angry, and he was being
very nice.
Jared was a jerk back in the day as well, and could really make you angry. So
it was my innocence that made him mad.
No, so he was I don't know, he was just cracking up laughing because of how much it hurt me. So I picked up my skateboard, and I was like, I'm going to throw it at you. And he said, no, you won't. Pretty much like that. And he, he tested me. And Jared, what happened when you tested me?
Well, I failed the test. You succeeded the test. You got an A+. You threw the skateboard back at me.
Oh yeah. I proved you wrong on that one. And what did we learn that day?
Well, that was one of the bigger mistakes in my life. After that, he taught me. He was teaching me how to do a kickflip, and when
I don't think I was teaching you how to do a kickflip,
or an ollie.
Probably an ollie, because that's like the first thing you learn.
As I jumped up on it, I don't know how it happened. It must have slid out from under me and hit him in the shin.
Out from under him, and I wouldn't have done the thing that I did if he wasn't laughing. He should have been like, "Oh, my bad," or saying sorry, but he made me angry because it actually hurt, and so I threw it at him, and he tested my hand. And what do you want to say?
Oh, I was saying it was after that he started what I like to call the drill sergeant stage.
Yeah.
Tell him about that a little bit.
When he was skateboarding, I don't know how many people have skateboarded that are listening to this, but it can take a lot out of you. And I think it was maybe in the summer or something, but it was still probably, you get really hot and sweaty when you're skateboarding. And so he was wanting something to drink. So I was a jerk. I'm going to be honest. I'm a better person now. But back then, I actually went and gave him ice cubes. And just the look on his face.
There's more to that story.
Was hilarious. And he was just like, what the? And I said, take it or leave it. And then he threw the ice on the ground. I was like, well, that's all you get. You squandered what you got. And but then later, I did be slightly nicer / evil. And I gave him, I was like, here's some soda, Jared. Not telling him that it was Diet Sprite. So he took a drink of that. And then he was like, ew, what is this? I was like, it's Diet Sprite. Because we had Diet Sprite for whatever reason. I don't remember why. And no one was going to drink it. So
Pretty sure it was expired, too.
I just decided to have some fun with it. And then, oh my God, the greatest thing happened. So I finally decided to be nice. For real this time. And I filled up this giant cup of, with orange soda. And then I gave it to Jared. I was like, no tricks this time. I'm being nice. And so he takes one little sip of it after he's been sweating and not, working really hard, not getting any drinks. And so he takes a tiny sip, puts it on this trash can that we have, and then the wind blows and blows it off, and then it completely blows it out. It just gets blown off the top, and then it spills everywhere. And just his defeat. He's like, oh! It was just so hilarious. I actually was on the ground laughing because after the torture I gave him and I was finally being nice, even the universe didn't want to be nice to him.
You see, I lived quite a distance away from his house, and I couldn't just go in his house and get a drink without his permission. At this point, I didn't even think about the garden hoses, but he was,
I mean, he could have went inside. I wouldn't have stopped him, but...
Well, you see, I'm I'm young. I didn't want to be rude.
Right,
even though I was getting ice cubes.
And so how did that make you feel when I had been so mean and I'd give you the ice, I gave you the Sprite, and then finally you get that, and then it blew it off? How did you feel inside?
I felt on the inside like destiny wasn't ready for you to be nice yet. It wanted you to keep going hard.
Yeah, it was pretty much just no, you were following the right path, Dylan. Be mean. I was like, okay, wind.
I mean, out of all that, the benefit is I learned how to do an ollie.
How well did that serve you in life?
Well, you see, shortly after you taught me, I didn't really ever use it.
Nope. Also, I want to also say that Jared had a smart mouth. And so... I don't know why. Also, he listened to me for some reason. He listened to the things I told him to do when he didn't have to.
Because that's what friends do.
No, but what I mean is, I told him to... This had nothing to do with skateboarding. I told him to run laps around my yard, and then when he wouldn't do it, I chased him.
With a skateboard.
And he did it. And I actually even made him climb a tree, and I made him and he did all these things, which had nothing to do with skateboarding, and it just kills me to this day. Now, I was mean. I was a jerk.
So you asked, I don't know why Jared did this, and then you followed up with, if he didn't, I would chase him with a skate. Well, I said the skateboard part, but you said that, Dylan, is why I did it.
Well, I mean, no, but the running around the thing, I didn't actually threaten you when I had you climb the tree. Yeah,
you see, the thing is, too, Dylan wouldn't have taught me anything if I didn't listen to him. So, so I was kind of, if I wanted to learn, I was kind of forced into the situation.
I don't know, but again, teenagers are mean.
Except for this one.
No, he was a jerk too. Don't let him lie. But I mean, we became better people as adults, I think.
Still innocent.
No, you're not.
Yeah, that was a good story.
The wind didn't think you were innocent.
Well, clearly not. The wind, it had something against me as well. I just don't know, and I still haven't learned yet.
But anyways, that is the story of how I taught Jared how to skateboard and just so many other things intertwined in there.
Yeah, then we can always come back to that because there's still quite a good bit of good stories in that.
Well, I don't really remember anything else from that, but we'll just move on. Maybe you know something that I don't.
Oh, I guess our time together was meaningless then, huh?
No, I just have a very bad
memories.
memory.
Just
But so we will move on to our next segment, which is my favorite segment, pretty much, and it is the blind hat pool.
The blind Dylan, please give me a drum roll.
What a drum roll! I gotta explain it. It's pretty self-explanatory, but we basically have these pieces of paper with numbers on them in a hat. Jared will blindly pull one. Each number corresponds to a topic we will be talking about. We do 2 per episode, and so Jared, pull out the first episodes, the first topic. Jeez.
All right. Can I get that drum roll now?
No.
Okay. All right. So let me shake it. Looks like Dylan's still his old teenager self, not giving me a drum roll.
I'm sorry. You get a thumbs up.
All right, I got the number 9.
9.
Which is here's another story.
Oh no.
Broken bones.
What?
Yeah.
What is the question?
The question was, have you had any broken bones? If so, where? And how did you get them? So it's like a whole bundled up in one. That was a good story. I can't believe we haven't thought about that one.
The bus wreck. Oh boy. Well, we'll save that for another day, Jared.
All right,
But
broken bones, go for it.
Do you have any?
Knock on wood, I have not had any yet, and I hopefully will never get any.
Oh, so I've been solo boned. I see. Okay. Well, anyways, so I have broken a few different bones. So I'll start with the first one being my left ankle. I broke my left ankle. I don't know how old I was, like maybe 2, 3. I was, for whatever reason, my sister, I have siblings. I have 2 sisters and 1 brother, and I am the youngest out of my family. They had a mattress that they were holding up, or my brother was, and for some reason, as I was a little kid, not knowing any better, I stuck my leg in between this mattress and frame that were up. I don't know exactly the whole story, and my sister could not hold it up anymore, and so that broke my ankle. Then fast forward to when I was like in 1st grade, maybe 7. At this point in time, I didn't eat, I only would eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches as a kid, so my nutrition was, really bad, so, that's probably why I broke bones so easy back then, and, there was this kid named Jake Friend in 1st grade. You know who Jake Friend is, don't you? You remember him?
I do.
You weren't there for this because you didn't come until,
Junior high,
but this was in 1st grade, and I was at the playground during recess, and just standing there, I was talking to one of my friends, and Jake Friend came running behind me and pushed me, and the way I felt, I, broke my right arm somehow. And he did it, and, for no reason. He just did, saw me and decided to do it, I guess.
Maybe he wanted to play tag.
No. But it ended up breaking...
2-hand touch.
It ended up breaking my arm, and so that sucked. I got a cast, and... Oh, it hurt. And then fast forward, I don't remember when the next one is when I broke my left arm. And it was maybe 2nd or 3rd grade, somewhere around there. And there was these 2 girls that were talking to me, and I don't know, you know how little boys are. And I jumped at them, just being stupid. I don't remember exactly why, but I jumped forward at them, and then they ran away. And then because... I'm stupid, I lost my balance and fell backwards, and I fell, with my arms, straight, out, Jared sees this, I'm trying to explain it for you guys, with my arms out, and I fell just straight back and smacked my back and arms into the concrete.
Kind of like you're trying to make a snow angel is the way you looked.
No, well, kind of, but, oh man, I remember that one, my arm hurt so bad, I actually,
if you would have known how to break fall like we do in jiu-jitsu, you probably would have been okay.
Oh, well, I'm sorry I didn't have that piece of information when I was 8.
No, so yeah, it's kind of something stuck out. You jumped at these girls, so were you trying to make them laugh? Or
no, I was just trying to scare them.
Oh, okay.
And then...
you said you were 8. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And then I, no, I'm not doing that now, Jared. I'm not a predator. But
good.
I like broke my left arm and then that healed up. And then I don't know when this next one happened either. I think I was like 11 maybe. I don't know, 10, 9, maybe 9. And I was hanging out at my friend Chase Ferguson's house. And this is really stupid, but I broke my left ankle again. And I don't know if anyone knows this, but when you break your ankle once, it's easier to break after that. So I don't remember exactly how it happened. I ended up like we were messing around doing something, and I was like on top of this tall bed, and I like fell off the tall bed and like hit my ankle like on the side of the hardwood or something, and somehow I ended up breaking it in the same spot. So that one, my memory's a little fuzzy. Like his grandfather had to I lived like maybe like a couple houses down, so his grandfather had to like carry me into their truck and drive me home. But then the fun didn't stop there.
Mr. Glass over here.
Well, this next one didn't have anything to do with me having bad bones. We were in gym class, and I don't know if you remember these, Jared, but they were called scooters. They called them scooters.
Yeah, I remember those.
They were on wheels.
Yeah, the little things you sit on.
Yeah, and we were doing a thing with them on it. I don't know how old I was on this one either, and we were scooting around, and I accidentally had my hand on the ground, and someone ran over my thumb.
Ooh, yeah, I'm sure that doesn't feel good.
No.
Oh, man.
No, it didn't. So it ran over my left thumb, and it hurt, and yeah, so I broke that. Then next, I'm going to go over very briefly. We'll talk about this story.
This is quite a story.
Another time, but I remember kind of when this was. I think it was like at the end of 2007, maybe 2008. And we had a bus wreck, story short. And I ended up breaking my left collarbone, which was probably almost the most painful thing I've ever had happen to me in my life. That one hurt so bad.
It's kind of I won't give detail at all, but I will say it's kind of funny. That's a really good story to talk about, just because a lot of stuff went down, and me and Dylan happened to be on. We were both in this bus wreck in the same seat and everything. But we'll go over that.
Yeah, we'll go
what
over
happened
that,
later.
Maybe next episode. But then it really hurt. I actually eventually, because I'm stupid, I actually skateboarded while I had a bad collarbone. Had a broken collarbone. So I'm done for that. I'm really dumb. Actually, here's a fun fact I just wanted to tell you all. I skateboarded for like 2 years, and none of my broken bones had to do with me skateboarding.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, I fell quite a bit skateboarding, but I never broke a bone skateboarding.
Especially, you broke that ankle twice. You were saying, I'm surprised, skateboarding had no effect. You know what I mean? Didn't have anything.
Never broke a single bone.
Yeah, that's wild.
And then after that, I don't know if these really count, but I guess they're honorable mentions. One time in 8th grade or 9th grade, I was hanging out at my friend Tyler's house, and I don't remember exactly how this happened, but I ended up accidentally hitting my nose on a saw table or something. It was like this table in this garage, and then they didn't say that I broke my nose, but I do have an indent in my nose for like the rest of my life, and my nose was bleeding, and I of course made jokes while my nose was gushing out blood. I was like, I always wanted a nose job, but not this way. And because you guys can't see me, and I don't know if I'll ever reveal what I look like, but I have a big nose, kind of. And so I was just making jokes about that. So they didn't say that I actually broke my nose, though, so that's an honorable mention. Another one is a guy in 9th grade named Trey kicked me in my wrist. I don't remember exactly how, but it happened, and he kicked me in my wrist, and my wrist got sprained.
I remember you guys going to the office. I remember passing you guys, talking to you, and
yeah, it was my left arm. So as you know, I've broken my left thumb. He kicked my left wrist, and my left wrist has never been the same, but I sprained it. I've broken my left arm and broken my left collarbone. My whole left side is messed up.
Yeah, it's all falling apart. Yeah, I remember seeing you guys in the office and asking what was wrong, and someone told me that Trey broke one of your bones or whatever. I'm like, geez, for him breaking your bone, you guys are sitting by each other. You guys don't seem too mad at each other. So
no, it was an accident, kind of.
Yeah, it sounded like you two got into a brawl.
No, it was really weird what happened. I don't even remember quite myself. We didn't get into a fight or anything. It was an accident. Just high school boys doing stupid stuff, basically.
With the left side of their body.
But I mean, those are kind of my honorable mentions. But okay, Jared. Wow, that went on a really long time.
Yeah. Well, I'll do an honorable mention real quick. I have sprained my ankle as well. I was
try to.
And then we'll move on to the next one.
Okay.
So I sprained my ankle. I had this basketball goal where we used to live in Frankton. And we had a barn that burned down a year previous, and so there was just a thing of concrete there because we took all the burnt debris out.
Yeah.
And so I put a basketball goal there. Well, we had a freezer out there, one of those, you open the lid freezers. I can't, those big ones.
A deep freezer?
Deep freezer, I think that's what it's called.
Like the one I have in my kitchen?
Yeah, deep
All
freezer.
right.
So I stood on top of there, and I had a basketball, and I went to do like a dunk, and when I landed, on my foot sideways, and all the weight went there, and it swelled. Like my mom thought it was broke for sure, because it was swollen.
You're probably lucky.
Oh, I'm very
break
lucky.
it.
I was told I was lucky at the hospital, but whereas you're Mr. Glass, I'm unbreakable. So Bruce Willis.
Yeah, I still think the reason why I broke. Well, there's the thumb one. I think that would have broke anybody's thumb, having that being ran over. And then the other times, I think it was just because I was nutrition. And this has nothing to do with my mom. This is me. I just was so picky. I wouldn't eat anything, so it was my own fault. So I think that's why I broke most of my bones. Of course, there's another reason why I broke my collarbone. That isn't because I have weak bones, but we'll get into that another time. But I didn't think we'd spend that much time on it, but I did break quite a few things. That's probably why I mentioned it as a topic. But anyway, I wish you had more to share for injuries. You've been pretty lucky.
Yeah.
Son of a gun.
Especially, right before this podcast, me and Dylan were talking about how lucky humans are that we're not getting injured, more often because of just how squishy humans are in general. But on to the next question.
Yeah, you're getting into weird territory there.
A little, but
we're
you know what
supposed to be
meant.
viewer friendly. Like, I don't know, is squishy a bad word?
I don't know, squishy. I mean, just we have no exoskeleton or anything, so it's easier to.
Okay.
But
jeez,
on to the next one.
Okay. Yep. Next topic.
Yeah, it's some deep thought that we have sometimes.
I mean, yeah.
All right, we got 16, which
you are crossing those out, right?
Yes. Your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Oh. Do you have one?
Yes, vanilla.
You. Oh my god.
It's very simple and sweet. I am.
You boring person.
No, you see, I keep it simple. So,
I like vanilla too. I'm not gonna shame you too much on that, but that's not my favorite ice cream.
Yeah, my favorite would have to be vanilla. I don't like chocolate. Strawberry's okay.
You don't like chocolate?
Nope.
Really?
Sure do not, sir.
I can't give you a one for all kind of what's my favorite, but I do like Oreo cookies and cream ice cream. I really like that. There's this strawberry cheesecake ice cream, and I'm going to tell you what I told Jared why I enjoy that one. And he thinks it's really funny, and maybe it is, but it's real talk, man. I don't care. Judge me if you want, people. But the reason why the cheesecake ice cream is kind of nice is because you don't, like if you can actually have sight and see it and eat it, you'll know when you get a piece of cheesecake. But because I don't have sight, when I actually take a bite and I get a piece of cheesecake, it's kind of exciting. I wasn't expecting it. I was like, oh yeah, this is great. I got a piece of cheesecake. So it makes it more exciting for me when I'm eating that. So
every bite is a mystery.
That's kind of the slogan.
Something to look forward to.
It really does though. But I mean, and it tastes pretty good too. So
that reminds me. You told me this before, and it reminded me of Harry Potter. The beans, you don't know if it's going to taste, the green one's going to taste like grass or lime.
I have not watched Harry Potter.
I know, but it's like that. Like, you don't know what you're going to get.
I take that back. I watched like a little bit of one of the movies. I don't know which one it was, but I just sat down one night and started watching it because it was on. but I didn't finish it. But I like vanilla. I like vanilla quite a lot. I like chocolate too, though. Strawberry, strawberry is probably my least favorite, but not ice cream, but just out of those normal flavors. Like, if I go to like Arby's or something, I have a tough time deciding between like a vanilla milkshake and a chocolate milkshake because I'm like, I want both.
You know, one thing you mentioned that I actually haven't tried that I could see being my favorite is the cheesecake thing. I meant to bring that up a second ago, but I love cheesecake.
You can get it at Payless.
I'll probably do that.
Yeah, it's I think it's by Breyers, that ice cream.
I might just eat it with my eyes closed. It's a mystery, everybody.
You know, give it a shot. You know, you never know. It could be more exciting in that way. Yeah, it's strawberry cheesecake ice cream. So it's actually really good. It has like a few different layers to it. It has the cheesecake, then it has the strawberry, and then it has its kind of ice cream that it has. So it's kind of cool. I can't believe you don't like chocolate. What's wrong with you?
Man, you know, I just have good taste is all.
No. You like everybody. You have like offended everybody by not liking chocolate.
Hey,
What's wrong with you?
I apologize, but just everybody doesn't have that perfect taste.
Do you like?
I do.
Do you like chocolate candy?
Yes, actually, I do like. I like chocolate. It's just when it comes to chocolate ice cream, I don't know. I just don't like it.
Do you like chocolate milk?
Oh, I love.
Since that's all they let us drink in school.
Yeah, I love chocolate milk.
Then how do you not like chocolate ice cream?
There's to me, you know, I'm going to sound crazy saying this, but there is a different taste. It's a slightly different taste. With that different taste.
I guess. Like, did you like eat some deep brown stuff, like some freaking really dark chocolate, or like double chocolatey, or
it was chocolate.
Some base chocolate. You know the what is it? The Neapolitan, whatever, you know what it is. It has it has like strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate.
Yes, those we used to eat all the time when I was younger, and I always stayed away from the chocolate side.
You sinner! How dare you? Well, it's a good thing. Like
my brothers love it.
I mean, most people like chocolate ice cream. I'm not gonna say I love it all the time. It's not my favorite, but I still like it.
Yeah,
Did you eat chocolate Frosties from Wendy's?
No, I don't like the chocolate Frosties either.
Oh my God, this man.
Yeah, it's not.
I don't know if we can be friends anymore.
It's not.
I really don't. I've learned some bad secrets here. Like that you do not like, but yet you like some other chocolate things. I don't get it.
Let me rephrase a little bit. It's not that I think they're completely disgusting. It's that I rather the other flavors way before I rather that one.
You wouldn't say it's like your hatred for barbecue.
I wouldn't say. Yeah, I don't. I don't like the taste of barbecue. Yes. I hate the taste of barbecue.
Oh, okay, but could you still enjoy chocolate ice cream?
I don't know, man. I feel like I would have to push myself to eat it, whereas instead of just enjoying a dessert.
Wow. I mean, Sierra just got some Batman double chocolate ice cream and
double chocolate.
Yep. Wow, just the thought.
Just the thought, man.
But yet you drink chocolate milk.
Oh, that's the best. I hate white milk, and I love chocolate milk. I love white ice cream. I hate chocolate ice cream. I don't hate chocolate ice cream.
Buddy, newsflash: white milk is not vanilla milk.
Oh, I know.
They're different.
I know.
That's kind of a bad comparison.
That was a bad comparison.
Just because it's white doesn't mean it's like.
Yeah, I probably sounded very silly there, but. You get the point. It's just funny to look at it like that, I guess.
Right.
But we'll move on to the blind question. Are you ready, Dylan?
Okay, yeah, shoot.
All right, so...
Oh, wait. I have to give my spiel. Okay, so we've opened up... I think I even said this in the last episode, but I opened it up to... We have an email that you can send blind questions to. So the email is tbspp@yahoo.com, all lowercase, and you can put blind question or BQ in the subject, so we know kind of like that that's what it is. Also, you can put SQ or sighted question, and this just means it's a general question. It doesn't have to be about sight. It's just normal questions that you might want to ask us that aren't blind related. You can ask those too, so that's why we're changing the blind question to the blind-sighted question. So there's kind of that. Also, I guess I'll reiterate this too. If you want us to read your name, write it in the message, or we'll just say, think you're anonymous. So, okay, Jared. So, now that I've done my spiel, what is...
the blind question?
Yes.
The blind question for this episode, Dylan, is what chores can you do being, having your disability.
Right. Okay. Well, there are some that I can do and some that I could do, but I kind of don't. But I'll just start with what I do, which isn't very much, which is what people will say in my household, which is my girlfriend. But what I can do is I can actually, take the bag of trash from the trash can and take it outside and put it in the trash can and put a new bag in our, trash can. And I can also wheel the, basically my front yard has like a sidewalk to it that leads, like my yard is fenced in by metal gate, chain link fence, I think is what it's called. And so it actually makes it perfect for me because I know where I'm going. I can like tell, am I on the concrete or am I in the yard? So I can take the big trash can and wheel it to the front, and we have a gate. So I just open up the gate and then I push it up to the front and to where the trash can pick it up. And now I could, take it back, but Sierra comes home from work and then just, can wheel it back to the front. But I could do that too if I wanted, but... So I just pretty much handle trash, and that's pretty much it. I mean, I could probably maybe do dishes, but
you have to feel like every single one of them to make sure there's not food on them. I assume.
It's an OCD thing too. But if I like could navigate our washer and dryer, like our washer and dryer has like where you turn settings, and it's not just simple buttons. Like if like our washer and dryer had more simpler settings, I could probably do laundry too, which I wouldn't have a problem with. But the settings are kind of hard for me to remember, so I can't really do that either. And then of course, I can't sweep. We have nothing but hardwood floors except for in the recording room. I can't really like sweep with a broom or anything because I wouldn't know if I'm getting anything. So I don't know. It's just,
So would you feel comfortable to say that since going blind, there's actually a lot more chores you can't do compared to the ones you can still do? In other words, so you can only do very little chores and be accurate at it compared to doing the whole thing?
I would say so. Sierra knew what she was in for.
Yeah, we'll applaud her for that.
I mean, because I told her, I don't know if I have actually stated this, but I always knew I was probably going to go blind. I just didn't know when. So I had to make that like really clear to anyone that I dated. I had to tell them, I might go blind one day. And so she kind of knew. It's tough, but I'm trying to, at least do more. At least taking out the trash, and it's really going to suck because it's getting colder, but I'm doing my best.
Yeah, you got to watch out for that ice now coming up on, winter.
Oh yeah, I know.
Salt it every now and then.
I'll assault it, all right.
Salt, not assault.
Yeah.
You beat that ice up.
Sierra deals with my crappy puns all the time and hates it, but anyways, yeah, that's the blind question. I just do my best with the chores, but that has been it for this episode of the Blindsided Perspective podcast.
We hope you guys have enjoyed it.
Thank you all for listening, and I've been Dylan.
And I've been Jared.
I guess hear you in the next episode. Bye.
See you later.